Hello, everyone. This is the TimePro Spring Summary for Spring 342. And we have all the dev team here, as well as the stakeholders. And also we have Yuli. So our product owner, Michael, is on leave today, so he's absent. And now let's jump in. So we have done all the Spring goals, which are 3 video recording tasks, and Adam has reviewed them all. So that's
yeah, they were all awesome. Which one will go through to the TV team?
So my video is going to the TV team. You asked for edits.
Yep. Just put in brackets, content review passed, which basically that's the terminology we use when it's essentially had a test pass and it just needs video edits.
By the way, Adam, I was confused when you said it's not a test pass, it's just video edit. So I'm not sure what the wording is here.
Yeah, it's a content test pass. But
right. Functionally means that you don't need to do a re-recording. It means that any changes up to this point is post-production.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the other 2 videos, they had audio problems. One was too quiet and one was echoey. And they also need fixes to the software to make the story better.
Yeah, we already know about that. We will fix it.
All right, yeah, but they were top quality, both of them, very nicely presented. Sylvia, you're going to go to Hollywood. Yeah, you're very good.
Well, until the time I can pass on V1.
Yeah.
Okay, this was a 1-week sprint. And here is the time spent. So Sam M and Sylvia spent the 4 week on TimePro. And I do three days because I spent 2 days on SophieBot. And Geoffrey
has... Can you make it a little bit bigger, Jim?
Yes. We make this bigger.
No, not that image. Yes, the whole thing. Yeah.
The whole thing. Okay.
Yeah, the whole window. You want a PC? It's hold down Control and move the mouse. Yeah.
That doesn't work on Mac. Sorry, I tried before.
Oh.
Command plus.
Command plus.
Yeah, it doesn't work. I tried them all. Right. Yeah, that's.
I think Outlook on Mac is very bad. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good. All right. Excellent. Keep going.
Okay, so here's the sprint backlog. This is quite a good sprint after so many sprints that we tackled almost all of the PBIs. So I'll just quickly go through them. The first 3 PBIs are for videos, and the rest are almost for the UI changes that originated from the video tasks. So the UI changes have all been reviewed by Adam. There are only a couple of PBIs that we want to elaborate. So the first one is an update to the README doc, which is actioned by Geoffrey. So Geoffrey, could you talk about your changes?
Yeah, I just got a new laptop last week, so I went through the whole F5 experience again, and I noticed a few things to improve in the README. So there's been 2 pages added and a few other comments here and there. Do you want more context, Adam, or is this good for you?
No, it's all okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so the other one is a review for suggested timesheet usage. So we found several devs that didn't use the timesheet, suggested timesheet feature. And I had a little chat with one of them, Tino, and basically it was because he was working on multiple projects where suggested timesheet is unusable. Yeah.
On my end, I talked to Michael and Thomas, who just joined, and yeah, so they're going to use it in the future as well.
Does suggested timesheets work for GitHub people on GitHub projects?
So this is different. It's very confusing, I know. Suggested timesheets works for every timesheets. This is just based on the timesheet from the day before. Yeah, it's just fills in the project and client, not the details.
The commits, right?
What you're talking about is the other one. Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so the last one, which is still in progress, is a bug fix on tenant provisioning, which was stemmed from the video recording task. So this was actioned by Sam. And Sam, could you elaborate?
Yeah, so this issue was found by Joffrey and by Jim, and they yak-shaved that up, which was great. It was quite a weird one. It looked like some tenants were intermittently failing to be created. So in investigating it, I kind of went broad, followed a few red herrings before finding out that it was actually quite a simple database error that was causing this. To skip to the details, it's basically a business rule that we need to work out. So this error occurred when there was a since deleted tenant and you were trying to reuse the subdomain of that deleted tenant. The code conflicted. In one place it allowed it, in another place it didn't, hence why this bug popped up and it looks so weird. The fix so that we could continue and things worked kind of as intended is just to block it. So you can't reuse subdomains if they've been used before. This is why this is an issue for Joffrey, because he wanted to recreate the same Northwind tenant over and over for like testing purposes, which is totally valid. I think the gut feeling of the team is that we should allow this. Like, if you want to reuse the subdomain and that tenant's deleted, that should totally be fair. I think Luke brought up the use case that it might be the same tenant or the same company trying to create a new tenant. So yeah, we want to allow it. For now, it's disallowed. So it's just about whether we want to create a new PBI to tackle it. It's quite an edge case, but yeah, that's it.
I just brought Luke in the chat. Sorry, he was free now, so Luke is here. Hey, Luke.
Hello, Luke.
Hey guys, sorry, not interrupting. I was here for the thread review. Carry on.
He was always here.
Cool. So yeah, that one was an interesting bug to fix and brought up a little question that we'll be tackling as a team. And thanks JK in particular for the initial help there.
Yeah.
No worries.
Jim, do you want to take over for the rest of this email?
Yeah. Well, I still have something left for this backlog.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So if there are no more questions for this PBI, I will talk about the estimated effort. So the estimated effort was 55, and the actual effort is in total 40. So it appears that we overestimated our total efforts because there were 3 video tasks that we didn't quite get the chance to give an accurate estimation. So the final result, 40 points, is actually pretty close to what we actually have for the capacity, which is 43. And does that make sense to you, Adam?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I wouldn't spend a lot of time on these type of calculations. It might be, if it's quick and easy, it's fine, but it's not high value.
Okay.
But
okay, that will be all for the backlog. And Sylvia, would you take over?
Oh, sure.
The rest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
as we discussed before.
Scroll down a little bit. We could see that the suggested timesheet usage is up by 4% from last time, and then automatic timesheet usage is pretty much the same. We still have this to do for the GitHub integration to help increase the uptake. And then the Spring burn down. If we look at the chart, the burn down chart looks pretty good. Like most of the work are done close to the end of the sprints. And yeah, scroll down a bit more.
That's a nice burn down near the end. That's pretty sweet. Let me look at that again. I don't see very many good burn downs.
So you know how you just said those numbers. You know how you said those numbers just before are not high value and they shouldn't spend a lot of time on it? Well, it's by tracking those numbers that we've fixed the burn down and the estimates. So I think they are high value, and I think they're doing exactly what they're meant to do.
Oh, okay. All right. I take it back.
Well, hang on. No, because they can still be tracked by the team, but not passed on to the stakeholders.
Oh no! If you're going to track it, you may as well tell us. If you're going to do it, I just thought.
I don't know. When he was listing those numbers, I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about, and I don't think I care. But this is a quick visual way to show the same information. So
well, yeah, I think if you're going to spend some time doing it, tell us. It's of interest, and I didn't understand it would be connected to a burn down. Yeah.
It's 5 minutes of effort to plug these numbers in, and it's just helping put some transparency around, like, because, you know, the burn downs hadn't looked great historically, and now that we've been able to kind of show the numbers and estimate better, especially around the capacity, it's reflected now in the burn down for the sprint. So I think it's doing what it's meant to do.
All right, so we could continue.
Okay.
We could look at the deployment section. So these are the total deployments that we've done in the last sprint, and 3 are production deployments. And going down a bit more. Yeah, the code coverage hasn't changed since last sprint. We haven't added like new tasks to the code base. Going down a bit more. Yeah, so the build pipeline health looks pretty good. So continue, Jim. And then the application health overview. We do have this massive dependency failure. The 4K is recorded. We already observed it in the past sprints, but we didn't get the time, or it isn't prioritized yet to fix it. But it is tracked in a bug, a PBI.
Yeah, Adam, can you confirm that your priority for us is the videos, or do you want us to work on this in priority, the fail requests?
Well, I would expect you would always spend a little bit of time on fail requests every sprint, regardless, because you want to attack one and see if you can get the number down a touch. But yes, the priority is shipping those videos, getting them onto the channel.
Yeah. This one
Okay,
is
so we'll put a PBI, I guess, in the backlog just to remind us to work on this constantly.
Yeah, it should be, yes.
This is the CRM issue, right? Where Yuli's Outlook.
It used to be, yes, but I don't know if it's still the case now.
Okay,
Well,
can
the
you
last
check
time
that?
I clicked, it's about CRM. Yes, indeed. But
sorry, what are we talking about?
I'm not sure about how it's related to Yuli's record.
It triggers updates on contexts that it shouldn't.
Okay,
right, that's fun.
Yeah, Microsoft's done some changes and they tried to fix it and they didn't.
okay. Shall we move on, Sylvia?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. So going down more, so the state of epics, because the video PBIs are not tracked as any of the epics, so the epic number doesn't, there's no change in the epic progress. And then R&D, we didn't do any experimental work. And for the UI AI usage, for all of us, mainly with Claude Code and ChatGPT, Cursor, Yakshaver. Actually, I did Yakshaver this week, this sprint, so probably I could add Yakshaver to my list. Yeah.
And Jim, you played around with Kimi K2, right? Which is a new one.
Yeah. I had a new attempt on Claude Code with a different model than Sonnet, for example. And it worked quite well. Yeah.
Now, who on the team is the gold standard? Who's the person that is kicking off more agents or getting close to using all their consumption up? Like who is that person?
Not me. I'm just happy with Cursor so far. So.
Right. Okay. Is anyone kicking off agents and waiting for it to come back after a little bit of time? Okay, that's
a no, I think.
Well,
I'll just let you know, I had lunch with a client when I was up here, and I asked why they got rid of one of our Melbourne devs, and they said he just wasn't using AI as much as the other guys in Sydney. So be aware that the best way, you want to be trying to, if you were asking me, Adam, and the biggest blocker we have is consumption. We hit our limits all the time. We need this, we need that. That would be awesome. You gotta start trying to think, as soon as before I go to lunch, I need to kick this thing off.
That's why I'm using 5 different.
So Adam, using AI is one thing, but then comparing agents constantly is another one. So are you saying you want us to spend some time daily on comparing different agents, or?
No, I'm not. I'm saying you should be trying to use your consumption up as much as you can.
Yeah, if you're working on a bug, see if Claude Code can do it before you do with Opus 4.5. See how far it gets.
Yeah, right. Okay. So yeah.
I was watching a guy build a website yesterday, and he had 2 running. What was it? Replit, was it?
Yeah, Replit and Cursor.
Yeah, so he was just doing it at the same time. He had both of them going, seeing which one got him further.
Yeah. After an hour, it would be slower than doing manually, but first hour is faster.
Cool. So yeah, I think you can keep going.
Okay, let's continue. So Copilot stats. We have Geoffrey, Jim, and Luke does most of the talking, and then Sam. I did a little talking. Going down more. So the main item complete this sprint is the set of UI changes based on the review videos. That's pretty much accurate. Yeah, going down. Jim?
I believe there is a little delay.
I think there's a delay for you, Sylvia, because we can see it's there already. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then it's on my end. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yakshaver usage. We have Yakshaver usage ratio because
Sylvia, your sound is very bad, I think. Can you start again? We can't hear
Sylvia,
properly.
we can't hear you properly. It's broken.
Am I cutting off, or is it too?
It's okay now.
noisy?
It's okay now. No, it's okay.
Okay, cool, nice. So the Yakshaver usage, we have a lower ratio comparing to past sprints because some of the new PBIs that we created, we just paste the feedback from Adam directly instead of Yakshaver. And then the spring retrospective. So we could see what went well. Yeah, there's a delay on my end, so I have to wait a bit. So looks at, the burn down chart looks thick, and also we are comparing estimated and actual capacity. That helps a lot. So we are not overestimating or underestimating our for the planning. And then sprint goals achieved. All videos are reviewed by Adam. And bonus is Geoffrey doesn't have to do like a V6 or V7, I think. So then Sam says, great work, Geoffrey delivered on TimePro work. Also jumping between projects, that's amazing. Like switching between tasks are always hard. And then from Sylvia, we have clean data now in CRM UAT. We have deleted all the trash data from the past, and now we have backups for UAT, and also we have reusable template for future use in case we mess up our data again. And then what didn't go well? So Geoffrey says his capacity was lowered because he was put onto a tender proposal. And then for Jim, the critical delete tenant logic was not clarified among the team until JK came and clarified it for us. What could be the improvement? Sam says, be more proactive with having important designs checked off by designer. And then similarly, Jim says, be specific on UI approvals, on UI tasks, clarify whether it needs task pass from the UI designer in the acceptance criteria. So yeah, that's everything for the retrospective.
Okay, thank you, Sylvia.
Yeah.
And any question about the retro, Adam?
No, it's a good retro.
Okay. I will jump to the forecast. So for the next sprint, our sprint goal is still finishing the video recording. So for Geoffrey, he will finish the editing.
He doesn't need to do it. He just needs to ask Bajat to do it. He doesn't have to do anything. Just check.
I have to do some fixes in the UI and fixing the email template. So there's
Yes,
still changes, but yeah.
Yes,
But
you're right.
Bajat is
There are
going to do
changes.
some of them.
Oh, you need to give
Bajat
Bajat
probably
one
doesn't have-
screenshot, I think.
Yeah, we send him screenshots, and he also needs links to the Tina Docs pages that you asked. And by the way, I had a question about this, Adam. You asked me to add links to Tina Docs with screenshots to explain some of the bits during the video. We don't have a TimePro Tina Docs yet. So do we need to create this as well?
I was wondering when that question is going to come up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, TimePro should have a place where you can put info. So yes, you should do that. And you could even, it's not important, you could switch the website from WordPress to Tina if you wanted, but that's not important either. But you could, you don't need to do it. You could get Isaac, you could get Alex and Eddie to do it when they're back. Or Eddie won't be able to because he's busy. But you could get Michael Q to do it or something.
Yeah. And once it's up and running, we could use AI to transform all of the old wikis and instructions inside the application.
Mute, Jeffrey, it's very loud.
So we have a lot of scattered around instructions across inside the applications, in wikis and stuff like that. We could make AI find all of the instructions and consolidate into Tina. And what we're also noticing, does anyone use the instructions that they wrote 8 months ago for AI? Because AI should be able to start up a project now from scratch with almost no help.
These TimePro instructions, are they?
They are separate instructions specifically for AI that includes diagnosing and all of the tips and tricks it can use to figure out what it's wrong.
Are these TimePro documentation?
It's a markdown.
Is this documentation for TimePro?
It's specifically for AI to be able to work with TimePro.
All right, I'm still unclear after asking a few times, so I'll take that offline and let you guys talk to JK about that. Okay.
Okay, so here is the backlog for the next sprint. Our top priority is still the video tasks. And note that we only have those 3 plus the one from the last sprint. It's because we will create more PBIs from the larger video tasks after this forecast.
Right. Okay.
So it's quite similar to the last sprint.
Yeah, just to be clear, all these efforts, they include all the feedback.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jeffrey, I think it's very important that you look through Jim's video, maybe grabbing a senior dev and see if that is the right approach that he's done.
Right. Okay. I've already watched it, but I'll watch it again with the senior.
Yeah. Now, you are aware that TimePro has a tenant in China, it has a tenant in France, and a tenant in Australia, right?
Sorry, muted. Yes, I'm aware of this. I just thought that the China one was not live yet. I think that Alvin said he was waiting for the end of the month.
It will be live, and it's irrelevant. But, it does make sense that when you're in China, that you send invoices to Chinese customers in Chinese, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
The question is, would they want to send invoices to Australia in Australian dollars? Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but that's the question.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. I didn't think about this.
But typically, if Yuli had to invoice Germany, I I guess if a client specifically asked him, I want it in Deutschmarks, or what is it, euro, then he would have to do it because he wants to get paid. And maybe we need that. So maybe the functionality is perfect, but we definitely need to nail whether this is the right way to do it.
Correct. Can I suggest something here?
Yes.
If we had the on-billing feature, we could send these timesheets from China to the Australian tenant in Chinese, and then from the Australian tenant to the client in Australian dollars. Like the Australian tenant would be the central hub.
Start again.
Yeah, so we could do this differently. Instead of sending directly to the client, we could use on-billing. And China would send to Australia in Chinese yuan, and Australia would send to the client in Australia in Australian dollars. It's like a two-way process.
I'm not getting it. Cookie, can you explain it to me?
So if you've got a Chinese dev working for an Aussie client, he's saying China would bill Australia. China would send Australia an invoice, and that the currency would be in Chinese yuan, right? So the invoice that you receive from China is like 1,000 won or whatever the number is.
Right.
But when
currently it's all Aussie dollar. Otherwise, because the exchange rate is keep changing, so it's hard for us for the like in financial way. So we stick with the Australian dollar. Even like the China dev work for Aussie, we have a certain like price.
Yeah, but we're just
SSW
proposing
Australia.
a simpler approach here, I think. So I understand that right now you're using Australian dollars, but what Cookie is talking about is something that would make life easier for you.
I think Alvin's saying it is easier for them to just bill in Australian dollars.
Okay, sure.
Because like the financial meeting in China is actually like presented in Australian dollars, so I just don't want to do too many like exchange.
Okay. I think we can continue the discussion after this recording.
Yeah. Ping me if you really want to work on the feature.
Okay, so the last bit is the Copilot stats for what is the main item to do next. So Copilot says the next key item is to address the tenant provisioning logic. The team needs to decide whether deleted tenants should release their subdomains and then implement the agreed approach.
Hello, this is Jim from
Yeah, so I think this is the one in is one of the PBIs, but we still have video tasks for a more prioritized. So it's kind of accurate, but it's missing the video tasks. Any questions so far, Adam, before we finish?
No, that's all good.
Okay. So that will be all for the TimePro summary, and you can check out the video on our YouTube channel. And thanks all for joining. See you next time.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Jim. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.